Hello, this is part 7 of What is Intelligence series, and very astonishingly, in this one, I am talking about the plants which can communicate. They can talk, they can do many things. Communication in human beings are by reading, talking, writing, etc. Of course, after we have learned so many things, including the language, we are making it possible. But there is a big drawback in this particular method of communication. Obviously, it is language dependent. Unless you know the English language, you can't understand what I am talking. Even if I write, you have to know the language. So, if I do something like pictorial representation like this, it is language independent and it is universal. Anybody can understand that it represents some person. Such an attempt has been made in Egyptian pyramids, where most of the things are written in pictorial form, and it is time independent. That means they have done it thousands of years ago. We are still trying to understand what it is. Some portion has been understood, remaining we are trying. Anyway, it is language independent communication. Recent studies have shown that plants can talk, signal, plan, move, and protect themselves. These are all from past 10 years. Lot of studies have been done. Just as a joke, I have done like this. One plant is saying hello to the other plant. The other plant is sending a signal good morning back to this plant. Studies have shown that plants below the ground level at the root level also exchange chemicals as a method of communication. Of course, sound also is there, electromagnetic wave is also there. Normally, these things are above the ground from leaf to leaf, etc., as pictorially represented in this simple animation. Sound, of course, is represented or produced by vibrating leaves. Electromagnetic things, later on I'll explain that it is by charge particles. Major activities that the plant can do are shown here. Plant can feel the touch. Of course, the touch me not plant is the best example for that one. Similarly, plant can feel the smell, that is chemical exchanged from leaf to leaf, etc. Of course, a plant can hear the sound without ears. This is a very peculiar one. Of course, a plant can sense electromagnetic signal. In this simple animation, I am showing you that whenever an insect comes and sits on a leaf and starts eating, that leaf will produce a chemical signal to other leaf of the same plant. Not only that one, that signal again will be transmitted to the other distant plants, so that each leaf other than the first one will produce some kind of a chemical to divert the insect. Plants are not having any visual receptors, therefore a plant will respond for the bee sound. It is not actual bee but bee sound, thinking that bee is coming in an exactly similar way because it can't see. We are having one of the characteristics that we feel that we are the only intelligent beings will neglect all the animals and plants. Of course, that is just because our inventions, that means we have done spacecrafts, aeroplanes, very comfortable transportation systems like automobiles, and not only that one, the gadget sector like mobiles, laptops, and their own communications, humanoids almost like human being, robots, drones, etc. But remember, There are certain things that we are unable to achieve. The nose of the dog is not being replaced by any of our gadgets. Even today, it is extremely sensitive and very long range. Of course, I will narrate one of the incidents which I was present. In one of the exhibitions, I saw this particular thing wherein which 20 different persons gave their watches and that was kept at one place, and the dog was able to separate it out and gave it back to the exactly same persons within minutes. Even today we have no gadgets matching such an ability. That brings us to understand what is called as hybrid method, which appears to be more efficient because it is a combination of what we have done plus what the other animals and plants are already having. Symbolically, I am showing that way. At Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they are at it. For underground water contamination, the plant will sense it much earlier and send a chemical signal to the leaf. That chemical signal will send a signal to the sensitive camera, and we can easily know the water contamination much quickly and much easily. Of course, the basic idea of the plant leaf is that it will change calcium to calcium plus plus, that is the calcium ion, whenever a contamination happens. But for us to know that this has happened, at MIT they have placed carbon nanotubes into the leaves without disturbing the property of the leaf. That in turn will send a signal to the camera so that we know the information about water contamination. A small joke. Of course, in certain extent it is true also. So each part of the tree will be talking like an apple tree. Apples will be talking every day, and probably one of the apple that was falling was shouting, "Hey, I'm falling due to gravity." And Newton's ears were able to hear it, and that resulted in the formulation of gravitational laws. Now I am telling something very important. We invented engines without realizing that it causes pollution. After several years, we realized it, and now we are at a difficult stage to reverse it. Similarly, we started plastics and we used it extensively, and after several years, now we have realized that it is not biodegradable and it is causing lot of imbalances in nature. But now what people are doing is genetically modified plants. Of late, it has been found that genetically modified plants will not be having this efficient communication and adaptability to nature. So we are having short range intelligence and we have to extend it for long range intelligence, and also we have to work with the plants and animals collectively. Thank you very much for watching, and I request you to please send your opinions in the form of comments. Thank you.